Hi everyone, this is Pinky from Harman Foundation Connect, and we give you a warm welcome to Harman Foundation Let's Connect with Ayurveda today. So we have privilege to have Dr. Naveen Shukla, who is gonna give us insights of this ancient science, what we call it Prachin Aushadhi and Chikitsa, that is there from last 5,000 years. And he's going to unveil that in front of us and give us some insights how to use it, how it helps our mind, body, and how we can live healthy with using Ayurveda tricks, techniques, and medications. And I will just give a brief introduction about Dr. Naveen Shukla ji before we continue the show. He is a founder and managing director at Nature Care Ayurveda. He's also vice president at Australiasian Association of Ayurveda. So we have privilege to share his knowledge with us, so he can give us wealth of knowledge from deep down from Ayurveda and will share with us today. So Naveen ji, welcome on the show today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm Naveen Shukla. I'm an Ayurveda physician. I'm working in Australia from last 10 years, and being the family of Ayurveda physician, it is my passion. And
That's good.
I
We
will
like to
love
connect
to
people.
help you guys today. Uh, Thank you very much, and thank you very much to all of you who spending your time, especially Bala Sharma ji, Nishu ji, Diljit, Haresh, Simrat, Harinder, everyone around the globe. Some are, I can see someone is from the overseas also. Good evening to them. Because this is our first session, so I will like to introduce more about Ayurveda, how Ayurveda work, what is the basic principle of Ayurveda. After then, the question will come. Then we will take the questions. So we will start like Ayurveda is approximately saying that it's about 6,000 years old science.
Wow, that's quite
It
old.
is, yes, it is not centered around symptom management or pharmaceutical treatment. It is built upon three distinct fundamental pillars that form the basis of every treatment, which is lifestyle modification and herbal curations. Now, according to Ayurveda, everything is composed of the five elements, from the thought to the tree to the human being. The five elements are the building blocks of all the matters. So what are these five elements? They are, everybody know about the five elements: space, air, fire, earth, water. How how according to Ayurveda these five elements, according to Ayurveda, everything is composed of five elements.
Great.
From the thought to the tree, I already told you. So
Yes.
if I go to space, space is formless, out of which all else arises. It is a container of thought. Space is a container of thought. We say Akash. It
Space
is
is
a
what we are
container
talking
of
about.
thought.
Around us, Akash, and the air around us
Yes,
is also comes into space. Sorry, I will
yes.
break in between because I want people to understand. I will, ask you questions like that, and yeah.
If we space with the modern time nowadays, you can see in the space all the technology is through the air. We are getting all the signals of our Wi-Fi, and we are reaching to each other. So space is the carrier, right? So what happened? It is an invisible energy full of potential. We cannot see it. A space is observable in the mind at the place from which thought arise. Thought arise from our brain. From in our brain, a mind, there is a hollow space, and thought arise from here. And within the body has a space between physical cell and structure. Then these thoughts go to our physical cell and structures. So everybody understand the concept of space in Ayurveda.
Yeah, Bilkul, I think
Second one.
everybody, you have very nicely, briefly described it. So,
So second comes air. Air is Vayu, Hava. As the potential within space is activated, it becomes air. The element is subtle and unseen. We cannot see the air. Yet it drives all movement and activity. But It drives all the movement and activity. Air facilitates movement in the mind as a thought and in the body as a circulation. Air is responsible for all the movement in the body because air, with the help of water, it will move from one part to the other part of the body. And the third Mahabhuta is fire,
Sorry, your voice.
Agni, Tejas, responsible for our digestion. Fire transforms and liberates energy within the mind. Fire governs the digestion of the ideas, while in the body, it physically empowers the digestion of food. Both idea and food create energy on the respective level of influence. As such, it is said that fire create energy. Digestive fire create energy. Whatever we eat, digestive fire convert into the energy. I'm just giving you brief idea about these five elements. Later on, I will explain how these five elements will work together and how we will reach to the stage of disease with the from accumulation to the manifestation. But the fourth Mahabhuta is now water, which is Jal. Can anybody tell me how much part of the earth is made up of water?
I think it's 80%. I don't know. 76, I have heard it somewhere. That our body as well
Yes.
as the universe is covered like 76% with water.
Yeah. So water provides nourishment. It acts as a medium for movement while offering protection from drying, heating, and compressing influences of the other elements. Water, which help to reduce heat in the body, which help to decrease the dryness in the body. Water presents in the mind as love and compassion, and in the body as a liquid substance. In our body, all the liquid substance, we configure it as a water.
So you just
And the
touched on that water acts differently in mind and differently in body.
yes,
So
now water basically it is a Jal Mahabhuta. Jal Mahabhut is basically help air to move, and at the same time it help different places with a different way. While when movement occur, body create heat always produce. When even the air is going with the friction, it will increase the friction. With the friction, energy will produce and heat will produce, and that water will level the, just like if you go to the modern in the computer, the gaming computer, they are using some sort of water radiators inside. Same in our car, we need radiator. What does radiator do? In radiator, the water is running, and it at the same time our machine is working, and that radiator is cooling down the body of
wow.
engine.
Hmm.
The same way
Wow.
the
That is
water
a deep topic.
in our body function. Yes, the concept is
Hmm.
all correlated with the in the mechanically and physically. So fifth element, which is more important, which is earth, prithvi. Earth is a solid, stable and steady.
Mhm.
Most of what you see when you look at nature is composed on the of the earth element. Everything whatever we see, definitely we can find the earth element. Even our mouse, our laptop with the keyboard, everything is made up of earth element, is already you will find on it, because all the metals, plastic, they all come from the earth.
So you want to
Now
say, Dr. Saab,
it
that everything is source to the earth element. So that is the
yes,
base element in
yeah,
our body and in everything that is around us. Everything based to the earth element.
everything based on the earth element, or actually it is all the combination of the five element, but earth is the we cannot ignore in our body and grounded surely in the mind.
Mhm.
Now the five element combine in, can you hear me?
Sorry, your voice was breaking a little bit, and I think now it is good. Yeah.
Okay, now these five element. So if you can see in the chat box, can I check that how many know about the five element? Can you please type about the five element in from your heart?
Yeah, I will do that on behalf.
All these five elements. Very good. आपने तो लिख दिया
हाँ जी, I
अर्थ
think मैंने
वाटर
सबके
है.
behalf पे लिख दिया. I hope everyone understands that. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Now,
good.
yeah.
Just 1 minute. ये क्या हो गया? Yes. So the five element combine in a set of two to form a unique bodily constitution which is known as dosha. Each person has a primary dosha and will display more of the quality of that dosha constitutes element. Yet the primary dosha elements have a tendency to accumulate and create imbalances. In Ayurvedic medicine, balancing the three dosha is a prime mode of creating health and wellness in the physical and mental system. So now what happened? All those dosha, five element, this is with the combination of two element, one dosha will become, and these primary dosha will help us to identify the imbalance in our body. So according to Ayurveda, when someone reach to any disease, it has to go through some stages. Ayurveda does not wait until the symptom arise before treating the patient. Rather, it teaches one to pay attention to simple and seemingly significant disturbances within the body. By recognizing and reversing early sign of imbalance, full body disease may be prevented. Ayurveda viewed disease as a continuum of imbalance that systematically moves through the falling stages. So according to Ayurveda, we don't go to the symptom because we have to check the all the stages. First stage is the accumulation. In the first stage of disease, one or more of the five elements begin to accumulate within the body or mind. When the accumulation start occur in the body, second stage will come aggravation. When the imbalanced element move outside of its normal boundaries, it is believed to have entered in the second stage of the disease, which is dissemination. The wandering element move throughout the body in a sense, looking for weak point in which to settle. When the ama will start occurring in the body, it will start moving to the other part of the body and it will go find the weak point inside the body, which is called localization. The wandering elements settle in the different part of the body.
Mhm.
It will be localization. Then when it will the ama or toxin will reach to the localized place, the manifestation means recognizable symptom will start occurring. That is manifestation. You can see, yes, I'm feeling itchy in the skin. That means the toxin
Your
start
body
releasing.
gives symptoms. Your body tells you, but we ignore it like most of the times. Yeah.
Yeah,
So according to you and according to your studies of Ayurveda, so body gives sign, and whenever the sign comes up, we have to identify that sign. We have to identify that sign and work towards it at that time rather than waiting for it to, the way you have said, it goes towards different weak areas of the body. It becomes, make it bit bigger. So we don't have to wait
yes.
till that stage, and when it comes we have to act. So what we can do, I know I'm just jumping in between,
No,
but you can tell us,
no, no, yes, I will. We will come to that point. So first of all, we should understand the process of again the from accumulation to the manifestation, and then
yeah.
it comes to the disruption.
Yeah.
After the symptom occur, the disease will arise, right? Disease conditions will arise. Now, how everything happen, I will try to explain in a simple way. To demonstrate this way, we will go to the stages of the disease operate. Imagine a pot of water on a stove burner. As the water sit on the burner, it begins boil. When it is boiling, in the boiling stage, accumulation start. If the heat is not turned down, the water may boil over. It will start coming out of the container, right? This is the stage of aggravation. As the water flow over the edge of the pot, it spreads all over the stove. It is dissemination. The water
Wow,
find
it's
the
such a good example. Yeah.
yeah, the water find the lowest point on the stove and begin to collect there. When after flowing away out from the container, the water is so low that it cannot come out of the container, but it start getting localized at the same place in the stove. the container. When leftover will be that much, it cannot flow over the container. So that is, it is localized. Everybody can listen.
Yeah.
If left standing for a long period, that water will begin to rust and erode the stove top, which is manifestation. When that stove top is getting rust and erode, we can see that it is getting rust is coming. It is manifestation. Over the time, water may accumulate, render the stove top inoperable. When the stove will be inoperable at the end, then you can say it is disruption. Disease is totally powerful now. The same process will take place in the human body. Insignificant symptom left untreated may in time weak the body. For example, gurgling in the stomach after eating a, when we are feeling gurgling in the stomach after eating, that is accumulation. If we will not find out what's happening our body, we will not change our lifestyle and eating habit, it may turn into the bloating. The bloating is now aggravation. After aggravation, it can lead to constipation. Then, which is constipation is dissemination, followed by some intestinal permeable. When it comes to intestine, slow down our intestine, it will become localization. If left untreated, undigested food particle may leak through the permeable intestine and the food flood the bloodstream, creating chronic inflammation, perhaps in the form of arthritis. Then it is manifestation. So untreated inflammation could in turn cause the body to attack itself and create an autoimmune disease, which is again disruption. So now you can understand the process, how from just only from gurgling in the stomach, if we will not take care of it, we can reach to the autoimmune disorder just only with our gut. We are not taking care of this.
That's such a deep way you have, given it, so descriptive way you have told, like in a very simple language, that if untreated, that small thing can rise to a bigger thing, to bigger thing and bigger thing, and then it can rise to such a level, if we keep on ignoring it, that it can turn into autoimmune as well, or any other disease in the body.
Yes. So everything is curable. We will never come to the stage of disruption or manifestation if we will follow the basic principle, which is to go
Sorry, you're
to
breaking.
bed at right time, wake up at right time early, and start eating healthy. I always say at the moment it is very hard to find anything which is pure. So we will have to be very mindful that find, compare everything on the shelf. It is everything written every in the display. We should be mindful while choosing what to eat and when to eat. Uh, we can go to different nutritionists. We can go to different Ayurveda scholars. But even though ultimately we are the one who has to decide, we are the one, if you start connecting with yourself, you can know where you are going wrong. If we are going to any consultant, it is very hard to recall exactly how we are living our life. But if we start giving ourselves some time every day, 10-15 minutes, sit quietly and start thinking about your routines and your lifestyle, eating habit, start correcting one habit every week. So within 3 months, we can find out that our bodies start turning towards the good health. Only problem is we surrender and we are looking for the third person who can help. Why we need third person help? If our body is such a good mechanically inbuilt trained mechanic in our brain, we can fix our all the routine by reminding, no, this is unhealthy. Having tea 3 times a day is unhealthy. I know nowadays 80% of the people spending time at home, working from home, so we are just spoiling ourselves. If we got this time, we have at least 2 hours of extra time in everyday life, which we were spending for traveling to our workplace and coming back. So that 2 hour, only 30 minutes from that 2 hour, we should start spending on ourselves. And we can save a lot of unhealthy, we can get go towards the healthy lifestyle. We can save a lot of medicines we are having at the moment. Most of the nutritional supplement we don't need. If you can activate your metabolism actively, your body start absorbing all the food, all the nutrients from your food, then we don't need to turn to the all the unnatural nutrients. Better to go to the healthy lifestyle. And do not eat anything which is carry a lot of preservatives. Try to avoid all what we say that put most of the things in the fridge. Nowadays we will have to, because it is the demand of the time that we have to store some food. But try to always eat fresh food, cook and eat within 12 hours. Do not store it for a long time.
So going back to the basics, right? So whatever the basics were before, the way we used to eat, not preserving the food, eating fresh food, not caffeinated teas and coffees. So we were all drinking the fresh things like turmeric milk and, masala tea, which was not caffeine, but
Yes.
masala, the spices from the kitchen. So I think we're going back to the
Yeah.
basics. So I think that's why the imbalance between the body, I think it is to such a level now. The water is flowing from the stove, towards it's rusting our bodies, and it's good time to get back and understand the reality and to know the minor, the minute details that Dr. Shukla has shared with us. So do I start with some questions
Sure,
that came
definitely.
up?
Definitely.
Yeah, but thanks for telling us the basic principles of Ayurveda, how the body composition is, and how it is related to the universe composition as well,
Yeah.
and how we can connect to all these things. So the first question that I would like to ask you, and it came from a viewer as well. How does it benefit your health and well-being, including your mind and body in totality? How does Ayurveda, like as a other science, other stream of science, alternative medicine, it can help overall?
Look, according to Ayurveda, mind has a direct relation with the stomach. So if we eat healthy and we eat all sattvic food, which is not creating any imbalance in the body, our brain, our mind will be always healthy. But at the same time, you can always identify whenever you have any stress, you are running late from the office, or you have any important meeting in the office. Most of the time we will feel that we will have always you have to go to the toilet. Our stool will be bit watery during that time. Most of the people, most of the client coming to us, they have the similar problem, because we do not train our mind to balance in all the conditions. We are not giving some time, any yoga or any breathing exercises or any mindful exercises. We are not doing, we are not spending that time on this thing. We, at the moment, what is happening, we are uh, more towards the science. Whatever it is, we google everything. Sometime we really need some guru, some proper master who can tell how to do some yogic exercises. In my personal experience, I have found many clients who always say that yes, we are doing all those pranayam breathing exercises, but they are not doing it proper way. So if we are doing the things proper way, I think even the meditation is just one to connect with yourself. It's not to find a god in between. What is God?
Mhm.
God is just, your human is
Or
itself
maybe
is a
find
god.
your inner God.
Yes, human itself is,
Yeah,
I always repeat the thing
exactly.
that if we are healthy, we will never give pain to any other person. We will always be polite with others. And if we are unhealthy means doesn't matter we are unhealthy, we have any physical sickness. If we are in stress, we are mentally upset, how come we can justify with others? We will always be rude with others. Or if we are not rude, we are ignoring someone, it is also a rudeness. So mind, body is always related to each other. We cannot ignore our mind. We should always do some good practices to keep our mind in the balance. So this is the only way to be healthy. Without balancing our mind, if we are rushing and running towards the money and at our workplace, and we are too much social and we are not giving ourselves time to sit and relax, we are not having sufficient sleep, we are not having healthy food, all the things matter.
Yeah.
The mind and brain both work together.
Yeah,
We should.
I think social isolation that has happened, it is a alarm to let us know that okay, now spend time with yourself. Now you
Yes.
can't be, all the time here and there. Spend time with yourself, eat healthy, think healthy, be positive, think positive, do exercises for your mind, for breath, eat healthy and good food as you have suggested. You just mentioned sattvic food. There's a question that has come up by Nishu, and she's asking about what are your thoughts on dairy. So is dairy a good food for gut or not a good food? Can you please put some light on that?
Look, dairy, there is again perception, because it depends upon the person to person, depends upon the person imbalances. Dairy is not bad, but at the same time, if our body is physical body is suffering from some point of view, we have some just like I gave you example, from gargling to bloating to constipation, and if we have some sort of inflammation in the body, and our at the same time dairy, or whatever we are getting over here, it is carrying a lot of preservatives. Every body has different response to all the food. Some people, some bodies, they can absorb the preservative food also very easily, but not all the people can absorb. So it is a individual person. But according to Ayurveda, milk has a very good role for the good health. Milk carry very good you can say that Ayurvedically it is very good for our brain, for digestion, for our nourishment. But at the same time, every person is different. So it will come with the, after getting the imbalance of the dosha, we can find out if it is getting giving problem to someone particularly.
But like some people can't digest it properly, and you said some people can digest it properly. So those who
Yeah.
can, is it also not good for them to drink it? Because
Look,
eventually they
again,
might create the antibody, or the resistance towards that.
I miss your last line, please.
I said that if some, you said that some people are more receptive to milk, they can digest it easily because the format of, the how their bodies made up.
Yeah.
So if they can receive it well, but going down the line, if milk harms people who have inflammation, so it can also harm them by the line if they're drinking lot of milk.
No,
Does
it
it
is
have
not
any
that.
bad effects?
No, it's not milk is harming them. Their body is not healthy that it can absorb the milk properly. So we have to go to the basic principle and basic routine. Once we will fix the dosha imbalances, I have seen in my practice people who were not eating gluten, or people who were not drinking milk from long time, after getting into the good lifestyle and good eating habit, after some years they start eating everything and they are absorbing all the food now very well. it is it is not a definition that if your body is not tolerating milk nowadays, that means that you have to stop taking milk for whole life. We should find out why our body is not taking milk. So if by finding the way, reason, imbalance, if we fix the imbalance, our body will start digesting everything.
So what about substituting it with other things, like people drink a lot of almond milk, cashew milk, macadamia milk, or things like that? What are your
uh,
opinion on
it
that?
is
Because
bit Yes, it is a regular practice. Client comes to me and they will
sorry to
tell
interrupt.
that they are using soy milk, almond milk, but at the same time, they all carry a lot of preservative and they are processed. If you're making it at home, it is bit different. But if we are buying it from the market, supermarket, I don't believe that it is a healthy choice.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Yeah.
thoughts to implement in
So,
total.
gratitude for sharing knowledge and your presence. What are your thoughts on increment in autoimmune conditions and IBD issues these days, especially colitis? What are the basics to follow from Ayurveda perspective when you are suffering from IBD issues? How to find out what is causing the imbalance? So I think there's someone like who is, if someone is suffering from this autoimmune, I think that person wants to know how to find the imbalance, because they are suffering from it from the last maybe who knows many years, and they are struggling with it. But how to know what is imbalance in the body, and what to fix and what not to fix? Because I'm sure people might try to fix so many things in their bodies, but people want to go to the core of it, like how to do that. So can you share something on that perspective?
Yes, sure, sure. Just give me 1 minute. What happened in there is no particular way to figure out that if it is IBS or not. It is a according to modern science, it is a etiology. It can be due to the food, it can be any other illness, it can be any stress issue, it can be intolerance of any food. So IBS, it is a set of many symptoms, right? So according to Ayurveda, it can be Vatja, it can be Kapha, Atisara, it can be Prabahika, it can be Sangrahini, which are different types of IBS. We can correlate. Um, the best is the good lifestyle. Give yourself sufficient time to relax your brain. And second thing is we should avoid all the food which are creating more air in our body, just like we can say kidney beans. We should avoid the lentils and peas. Lentils we can have. We should avoid mash dal, maki dal, and we can eat ginger. Pipli is very good. Pipli is the pepper longam. Maga in Punjabi we says
What is
that
that
it is
called?
very good for our in the maga, pepper longam.
Okay.
Botanical name is piper longum. In Hindi we say pipli. In Punjabi we say maga. It is a very commonly used spices in the kitchen, and it is very useful herb if we go with the medicinal value. It is very good for the inflammation of intestine and even for the respiratory problems, especially particularly during nowadays whenever somebody having flu. The pipli has a very good role for the in the inflammation in the bronchus. It can cure very quickly, very
So
easily,
all these,
very.
yeah, so all the things that you have said, so people who are suffering with IBS or IBD, so these can be cured by Ayurveda, or this is like a bit of it takes longer time. So can you let us know about it?
Yes, definitely. Ayurveda can IBS is very good. With the help of Ayurveda, we have treated many. Sorry, what is called in Punjabi? Okay, Daljit in Punjabi it is we say maga, MAGAH.
Okay, Maga. Okay. Hanji, I've written it. Yeah.
So you can Google it. You will find the photo, so it will be easily for you. It is not a hard thing. So where we were, Pinky ji? Yes, IBS definitely. It depends. It depends. Definitely, we have treated many. We help people to get to normal lifestyle with the IBS, with the just with a good lifestyle and good herbal plan also.
Do you have any case studies that people have recovered fully from these ailments? Like if
Yes,
tomorrow,
many
like
of
this
them.
particular
Yeah,
person or anyone
IBS.
else who,
As I told you, IBS is a set of many symptoms. So it depends person to person. Uh, According to Ayurveda, we have to correlate the etiology with the Ayurvedic sign and symptom. Then we can come to the conclusion which herb which can be benefit and if the lifestyle can be good.
Mhm. Okay. So I think for more information, we might be having another episode just, which can pinpoint to one particular cause, and we are talking, just towards it, and how we can use, what kind of herbs we can use, what kind of food to eat, what kind of food not to eat, and what kind of things we can do about it, right? And there's another question. I think I'll touch base on this question. I think it's Mohit, right? I'll touch base on this question when I'm talking to Shuklaji about all the herbs that we're going to use. So another thing that I want to ask you, which came from the people, that what are the tell us something about the respiratory issues, ailments, flu, fever type symptoms at home, people who are suffering right now from coronavirus, or people who have got respiratory issues and flu, how Ayurveda help and support that?
Look, with the coronavirus, I will first of all I will suggest everyone to follow all the guidelines given by Health Australia. So please do not correlate your any situation or condition by yourself. Any symptom occurs straightforward, we should call to the Health Australia number given by them, or call your GP. They will guide us. But at the same time, I will just little bit I will give you idea according to the Ayurveda perspective. Any flu, any energy, any illness, we can make a barrier if we in between the illness and our body, if we have a very good immunity in our body. So there are many certain way after preventions, all those social distancing, good hand hygiene, and the third thing which is main important is to increase your immunity. So we can increase our immunity by having healthy food, and do not eat too much during dinner time. Your dinner should be very light, and some commonly used herbs which we can use at home, just like amla, which is rich of vitamin C. It's been said in the Ayurveda context that one amla is equal to 20 oranges. It carries vitamin C according to 20
Okay,
oranges.
so three
Now the
oranges.
most common question will,
Yeah.
yes,
From where can we
and
get
the most
amla
common
here?
question
From
will
where can
arise
we
that
get
from,
amla here? Sorry.
yes, coming. I'm coming at the
Okay.
same point. It is very common question. So we can get amla powder very easily, and somehow so in Australia, sometime not every time, from Flemington Market or Paddy Market or Parkley, we can get fresh amla, but not all the time. It's very hard. We will be lucky enough if we can get it. Uh, at the same time, it has been said in the context that amla is such a wonderful herb that its quality will never change in any form. Even it is in the powder form, it is in the liquid form, or it is in the fresh form. Its quality and its content will remain same. So it is known as rasayana. Rasayana which increase our life, which increase rejuvenation in our body. So it is one of that herb which is rasayan herb, rejuvenative herb. So in any form, we should not worry about if you can get it in any form. We can find some seller is selling online over here in the extract form. We can have it in the extract form. We can have it in the powder form. You can easily get it in the powder form. There are many Ayurveda doctors over here in Australia. Go to the Australasian Association of Ayurveda website. You can find any practitioner nearby to you. You can get amla product from them also. And sometime I have seen that amla, because it is only one single herb, you can get it in the Indian grocery stores also, but it depends how lucky we are. But Indian grocery store, we can get amla, frozen amla, which we always oppose that we shouldn't have that frozen foods. But there is no research that frozen amla still carry the same value of the as written in the context. But because by that time I don't believe that there was some frozen idea of the food. So it will be up to us people. Be mindful that we can have frozen or not, but definitely powder form is available, and some extract form from many companies they are selling online in Australia. I cannot recommend until or unless I have gone through the result, but just for the knowledge that these are the products available.
So apart from amla, what else you suggest? Because to people eating healthy, but apart from amla, what they should take in their day to day that will help them, revive quickly or in a better way?
One thing is Chawanprash, which is also very good according to Ayurveda context. Chawanprash is easily available everywhere. It carry 40 herbs, and amla is one of the main content in this Chawanprash. Again, depend upon the standardization of the company manufacturer. We should be very mindful if we are using any product, especially imported from overseas. Be mindful if we are having anything. If anything is we are getting something from Australian brand, that is much better because the standard will be according to the Trade Good Australia. We people sometimes just surrender ourselves. Whatever we are getting, at least we got it. We shouldn't be like that. We should be very careful by whatever we are consuming. If Health Australia has made some norms, we should use those products according to that. And Pinky ji, I will come to your question, like some journal thing, which is helpful. Just like it is very common saying that in some clients are coming to me that they are having fever. They afraid to have Nurofen, Brufen, paracetamol. They, because of there is a lot of study into the internet that one should not have this one during the coronavirus. It can burst, blah blah. So people are scared to have Panadol and thing. Um, in that case, Ayurveda, Tulsi is very good. If someone have the Tulsi holy basil or Tulsi at plant at home, 3 or 4 leaves in we can boil and we can start having it. It is very helpful
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. And second thing, because coronavirus is basically attacking our immune system and respiratory system. If someone is little bit having cough cold, better to cure it immediately. As it is everywhere, you can see people are telling that drinking warm water will soothe our sore throat, which will help us, because more and more we will use energy to speak or swallow.
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Talking about the flu.
So one should be careful. Warm water, according to Ayurveda, it is also helpful for the good digestion. If our digestion is good, that means we can fight with the disease, because it is good digestion. That means you are getting good nourishment from all the food, and you are getting all the nutrient what we need for our body. So those nutrients which carry all the vitamins, our body can fight against the disease. But at the same time, we can use some herbal preparation, which is very commonly used in all the kitchen, just like black pepper, tulsi, licorice, mulathi, and some ginger, and some maga, which I already told everyone. We can make a tea of that and we can drink once. We to make it bit tasty, we can add some jaggery, good sugar, something like that, and some lemon juice, fresh lemon juice we can add in that, so that we can have it on a regular basis. If we start eating pipli and kali mirch, which is black pepper, it is very healthy. Turmeric is a very good. We can have once turmeric milk, golden tea, which is very common nowadays. uh, and If we are feeling a little bit of sore throat, stop taking cold water immediately. One should put yourself on the warm water. Basically, hot water is really very good to drink for you at that time. And but again, if symptom persists, definitely one should contact the government health site and give a number and follow the instruction given by them. New South Wales government is asking everyone to go for the corona test if somebody have a little bit of symptom. Definitely one should go over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Pinky, do you have written tulsi boil and have it warm water, tea and black pepper?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
you're
just check
okay.
if it's right or not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So these are the herbs that you recommend on day to day. Any other
Yeah.
herbs apart from that that you want to recommend? Any other miraculous herb that you want to share with everyone that helps, a person's health, different gut issues, or any respiratory issues, or something that one should definitely not, avoid? Any miraculous herb?
There is one miraculous herb which is guduchi, Giloy, Tinospora cordifolia, but it is hard to get it here in Australia. So we shouldn't worry much about that. Only we can get it from Ayurvedic practitioner. So, but if we are having Chavanprash and Tulsi and these tea, we can make a tea once or twice a day. It will be very wonderful. And if someone have really some sign and symptom, and but after checking it through that they are negative with the coronavirus, everything, that we can make this all these content, and we can use a 2 glass of water, we put all the content, keep boiling them. When it leave it up to the concoction of 1 glass, then you can start drinking it sip by sip after every 2 3 hour, 2 3 sip, 4 sip. It will be helpful to uh, get out of all the symptom as soon as possible.
Right. Someone has written, I'm having guruchi and tulsi extract 20 drops every day. It is available on online. Guruchi. What's guruchi? Is it okay? So
So
just attaching, to this question, another person I think who left before, he asked something about CBD oil. You know, all this CBD oils. I'm sure you're aware of that.
yeah,
They are available to
uh,
heal some gut issues and things like that. Do you want to remark anything, or you just want to, yeah?
I believe I shouldn't talk much about that because it is a bit a controversial thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will leave this over here
Okay, no worries.
because yeah.
So about the Giloy that you just mentioned, I've heard a lot about Giloy when I was even reading online, something from Swami Ramdev ji as well. He said Giloy is the amazing herb and it can heal you straight away, with any respiratory issues. So we can't source it here in Australia from somewhere like you said it's available with Ayurveda practitioners, like it is available with you and other Ayurveda practitioners, or anywhere else we can source it.
At the moment, only maybe the online, which I cannot recommend. Uh,
In capsule form.
in the powder form, there are some formulation which is in the liquid form, but it is a combination of that. Giloy has many combination, just like you talking about Ramdev ji. Patanjali is producing Giloy Ghanvati, but it is only with the Giloy. But we have in Ayurveda many other combinations also. It's subject to the imbalance, but only we can get the Giloy powder and extract also. But extract is only online. We are not using any extract in practice. We are using only Ayurvedic powders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but look, with the time we will get it, and it is not help in the. It is basically immunity booster. Giloy basically increase our immunity. It
Mm-hmm.
is not like that it will cure any disease.
Mm-hmm.
Or if the symptom will start occurring after, then we can say that it will heal the thing. No, one should is already having, it will increase the immunity. It can delay any process. It is
Mm-hmm.
a miraculous herb, but one should be having before the accumulation.
Mm-hmm.
If we already at the stage of any disruption, then we cannot say that only Giloy we will start having Giloy and we will get it, because we at the same time other symptoms are already arise. So we have to take care of all the
So
other
it's a
symptoms
precautionary
also.
measure, but it's not a preventive measure, you want to say.
Yes, it is a preventive measure. Yes.
Okay. It's a preventive measure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No worries. And any other herb that you want to share with us? We won't let you go without sharing any other herb with us.
Look, instead of coming to herb, I will suggest everyone
Mm-hmm.
that at the moment you are doing, I think, every day one session of meditation. Is that right?
Yeah, we are doing every Saturday in Harman Foundation Connect. We do that
Yeah.
every Saturday, 1 hour. Yeah.
Yes. So people who are with us, who are listening this session at the moment, I will suggest everyone to do mindful session at least once a week. Doesn't matter with whom you are attending, and once you sure that you can do that meditation session by yourself, you no need to depend upon anyone. But if we start doing meditation and pranayama, breathing exercises properly, only 15 to 20 minutes every day, which is much more than sufficient to be healthy. And give yourself 10 to 15 minutes to organize your day. We do not organize our day, which is the main problem. If you start organizing your day, you will definitely get rid of most of the things, especially the stress point. Always we have two meeting at, and the junction point is always very much stressful, because first meeting is never ending and second meeting is about to start. So how to pack up? If you know already that there will be a point sometime in the day, so you are prepared that you can do it. Okay, otherwise I will not take a stress. And by taking this approach, you can only get rid of the things. Otherwise, you will take it so seriously, and you will get blame yourself. And that is the place when the accumulation of disease will start. Your mind will start getting unstable. And drink a lot of water, which is very much important. Most of the client coming to us, no, we are not drinking sufficient water. To the flow of prana, we need sufficient water in the body. Water it basically curate also, it basically nourish and curate both in the body. It help to evacuate all the the waste material from the body in the form of sweat, in the form of evacuation, bowel, everything. So one should have proper good water intake. It can be intake of herbal tea. And a second good tip is try to make herbal tea, your own herbal tea at home instead of buying from the markets, which you know that it is your own content, instead of depending upon that whatever we are getting, at least we are having herbal tea. It will be not a solution. It is your right to know what source is the source. If you can get the fresh herbs from the market, supermarket, and you're making your own tea, that is much more better. It
Yeah,
might
I
be
think
not much with the fragrance what you are getting from that tea from the supermarket,
no, but it's
but
amazing fragrance. I've had a tea with you, I remember once. Amazing
yeah,
fragrance and very tasty one. Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. So I think all
So
the fresh herbs they have their own fragrance, and you it tastes well. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But Pinky, everyone who is over here, I'm happy to help. Anybody has any question, I can ask them. You
Yeah.
can definitely call us anytime at 042555839, and you can go to our website, which is naturecareayurveda.com.au. Give the reference of today meeting. I'm happy to help anyone who has any inquiries.
So now we know Nature Care Ayurveda. .com.au. If you have any question, you can contact Dr. Naveen Shukla, and you can ask him any further questions that came up from today's discussion, or anything else that's going on with you in your health. And anyone who have got any other question, like who are online with us, do you want to ask anything? We can spend like few more minutes and we can answer that. If you want, you can put it in the chat, and I will answer. If you want to ask yourself, go ahead. But really thankful to you to share this holistic level of vitality that we can use in our life, and to share all the little details. I know we have started from the body, how the body is formed, what is Ayurveda, what are its principles, how food affect our body, talking about the respiratory system, our gut. We have covered many things, and I know it's a small 1 hour time that we have covered
Yeah,
that. And it needs a lot of time, but we will definitely come back, and we will have a particular show or forum on some one particular topic that you are very keen to know. Or if there are a lot of viewers, we are definitely gonna do another session with Dr. G, and then we're gonna talk about it. But thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much, everyone, for being there and listening to Dr. Naveen ji and his knowledge, and getting time out from your weekend. And this is Pinky signing off now from Let's Connect Harman Foundation. And we're going to get back next Sunday with another episode of Your Choice. We'll ask you what you want. We'll have a poll, and let's see what you guys want to hear next. And we're going to get you again back, Dr. G, for
thank you very much.
more questions. Thank you so much.
Sure, definitely.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks for sharing and caring.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.